You guessed it, Pressure Points, with your two favorite fatties. I'm Delicious D, and this is my beautiful bartender, AJ. We're coming at you with Season 4, Episode 27, The Ultimate Iron Stomach. Find us on Instagram and Twitter at PointsOPressure. It's a good one, baby.
So I just want to point out that I definitely am a bartender.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
We didn't make that up, and I think your intros are getting better. I think you're moving up on the world. Give it
I'm switching it up.
2 to 3 more years, and I think we'll have it there.
I'm switching it up every once in a while, keeping it fresh.
Yeah, that's good. And, we are, always chubby boys, but,
Couple of fatties.
Couple of fatties. In fact, the image for this episode is a picture of both of us if we morphed into one person.
Yeah, if we morphed into one person and we started drinking beer more regularly.
I was going to say, I do drink it regularly. More regularly, okay.
Yeah, more often. Oh, goodness. So, little remote episode here for you guys. What's new? What's new this week, AJ?
Well, I went to the coffee shop this morning, and they were like, "Is this your drink?" And I was like, "Nope, that's not it." And they were like, "Oh, sorry." And then they made my drink, and then they gave me the other drink too for free.
Oh, well.
So I drank 2 large lattes, and I was so hyper I was so hyped up.
This is why I preface with your 2 favorite fatties, because I would have done the exact same thing.
I did yard work for like 2 or 3 hours.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Started putting down some weed guard, trying to get rid of like my parking strip and a bunch of stuff, because it's just taking up water and nobody needs it. It's just taking up space.
Yeah. You're switching it over to like gravel, right?
Yeah, next to my my driveway, that's what it's called. I'm putting down weed guard, and then I'm going to put gravel in, so it's going to be an extra parking spot.
Hell yeah.
And then in front of it is a little parking strip to the street, which I'm just going to probably fill in with some mulch and rocks. Make a little rock garden or something.
Not bad.
Yeah, then I can start on the rest of the parking strip and then make it xeriscaping. So I'll just do like some local drought-resistant plants and never water it again.
Hell yeah. So I'm curious, when it comes to like the curb, because I know how your driveway is, like it goes straight in, and then that little parking strip you'd have to go in and then to the right. Mm-hmm. Are you able to like chip out the curb?
I mean, I probably could, but I'm not.
I don't know if that's like a city thing. I was just curious. I wasn't sure if that's even an option.
For the most part, it's a city thing, but they also don't really give a shit about it.
Oh, okay, for sure.
But no, it'll probably just be more of a, you just go in at an angle. It's wide enough that you can kind of angle your car.
Okay. Nice. Not bad, dude.
Yeah, and
good for you.
If I fit it right, we could probably fit 2 more cars in there if my wife's car is kind of at an angle, too. Like, there's probably enough space to do 3 at an angle.
Make it 7 and you've got a deal.
Deal. But yeah, so I'm working on that. That's been a lot of fun. Well, not really, because it's fucking hot.
Yeah, because it's a bitch out there. Oof.
Yeah, and then I'm watching some dogs and some birds.
Dogs? Whose dogs?
My aunts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they got dogs and birds, so we get to do that.
Are they staying at your place, or are you like going over and feeding them? And
we go over like twice a day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
nice,
just after this, I gotta go do that second visit.
That's where you had to be. I see how it is.
Yeah.
I see where your priorities lie.
You're not here, bitches. So, what you been up to?
Work has been just busy as shit this week.
Nice.
So, it's gone by quick. That's good.
So now you have to read 2 prospectuses and invest in 3 stocks.
Yeah, I wish that it was that simple. So we have this like catering company that we go through, and they contacted us the other day and they were like, hey, we're running really behind because of a production issue. And all of us are kind of like, okay, like whatever. And they go, but we'll be like an hour and a half late. So an hour goes by, they reach back out again, and they say, okay, we're just going to be honest with you guys. The barbecue company that we went through, one of their smokers exploded while trying to make these jerk chicken sandwiches.
Oh, shit.
And we had to call an ambulance because one of our employees got second-degree burns on his face and had to be rushed to the hospital. And we're like, what the fuck?
So that chicken's going to be a little late.
Yeah, right? So they get there like 3 hours after they originally scheduled it. And it was just a mess because all of the employees are like, where's our fucking food? It was terrible. And the employees that were dropping it off were like, oh, yeah, one of our coworkers almost died last night. So they were quite somber about it, and I don't blame them. So we get everything set up. We get it all placed out. It was just fucking madness. And I get back to my desk, and my boss chats me, and he's like, man, these chicken sandwiches are really good. Like, they have this really crispy skin in here. Oh, wait. Oh, God, no. It's like, I found 2 fingers in mine.
Wow, some eyelashes here.
It was rough. And that's kind of just how it's been all week. It's just a bunch of crazy shit keeps happening.
Oh, you should
it's good.
You should talk about the pencil pusher who went and bitched you out.
Oh, man. So we were working upstairs. We work up on the 14th floor, and we're like moving tables and everything. And we've got these tables that weigh like 40 pounds, right? And I go to flip one of them over after I've like straightened the legs out, and it like slips out of my hands, kind of like bumps on the ground a little bit. And then like 10 minutes later, my boss picks his up, and it just slips out of his hands and just boom, like lands super hard on the floor. 10 minutes later, like it wasn't like I did it and then immediately after he did. So not 2 or 3 minutes go by. We're still setting up tables and chairs and everything. And this guy comes up and he like walks in with his arms folded and he just looks pissed. He's got this fucking like little pencil beard and shit, and walks in, and we all kind of turn and look and we're like, what the fuck is this guy doing in here? Like, the conference rooms aren't ready for you at all. And he goes, if you guys could be a little bit more careful when setting up these tables, that would be fantastic, because it makes a lot of sound down on the 12th floor below. I don't know if you guys know that. And all of us just kind of stop and look at each other, and it's dead silent for like almost 30 seconds. Because we're all just kind of like, what the fuck is this guy's problem?
Serious? Like,
yeah, and he's just standing there just like looking at us like, are you going to say anything? And my boss turns and he goes, yeah, sorry about that. We'll make sure to be a little bit more careful next time. And he goes, that's all I ask. And walks out, and my boss's boss, like 2 minutes later, he just goes, oh my God, fuck you. And we're all just like, really though? Everybody chimes in. And we're all like, well, we didn't want to say anything because we knew that we would have just been a bitch to him.
Rightfully so.
It's just ridiculous. It's kind of a main go-to at work. If it weren't for like my immediate team, I would have quit that job a long time ago.
Oh yeah, I get that.
They make it worth it. Like, it's easy as fuck. I get to draw all day, so I'm not going to complain.
Hell yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, it's been a blast. So I just have to deal with Karens and Kevins every once in a while.
Oh my God. I imagine that he had glasses, a pocket protector with pens, and he pushed up the glasses mid conversation.
He was like a rich bitch, so he's wearing like this fancy, almost like a shiny blue polo.
A watch that has a higher net worth than my entire life.
Yeah, really. It's worth more than like your fucking car.
Yeah. I mean, my car's not worth shit, so.
Well, it's not like he's not working in the New York offices.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah. we have the low to mid ranged high paid employees.
Yeah, but still low to mid range is still way more than me.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's what I mean. Is that they're the lower end, so they're ultra bitches about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this weekend I just took it easy. I didn't go up to see AJ or anything. Enjoyed myself some Pine beer on Pioneer Day, or Pine Beer Day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so not bad.
Nah, it was good. It was chill weekend. Besides
Yeah.
my chemistry homework that is fucking me in the ass.
Fucking caught up to you.
No, I space it out. Like, I'm responsible. I fucking do a little bit every single day. Still don't understand a second of it.
Chemistry is rough.
Like, well, now that we're getting into, like, thermodynamics and gas laws and shit, it makes more sense. But, like, yeah, it's not a good book.
Not a fun book.
No.
Worries. All right, so
I guess we should probably get into the episode.
yeah.
You know what?
Might as well just carry over into it.
No, let's talk for another 35 minutes and then do the episode in
yeah.
about 10.
No, those dogs are starving, AJ.
Oh, you're right.
Like, think
I mean,
of
we
the
already
pets.
fed them. We're not going to feed them again.
They're lonely.
Don't say that. My wife will be heartbroken.
I know. All right, so the Ultimate Iron Stomach. This is one that I've wanted to do for a while, but I couldn't really find like good timing for it. So, in 1933, there's a man by the name of Michael Malloy.
That's my favorite year.
Yeah, I know it is. And he's just a raging alcoholic. And he's got these 5 guys that know him pretty well, one of which owns a speakeasy. And so these 5 dudes, Tony, Joseph, Francis, Hershey, and Daniel. Yeah.
Oh my
Super
God.
1933's names.
That's the A team.
Yeah, really, though. So these guys all know each other, and they reach out to a corrupt insurance agent, and they take out life insurance policies on Michael Malloy. And the total for each is about $70,000.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So, oh God, sorry, my fucking.
Did you just fall off your chair?
No, my microphone's little pop filter just popped off. Let me just turn that backwards. So if it gets a little splattery, know that that's why. So, like I said, Tony owns this speakeasy, and Mike's a regular. So Tony says, "Hey, Mike, you've actually got an unlimited credit now." And Mike is thrilled. Like, this is, for an alcoholic, that's the best thing that you can hear in the 1930s. To not have to pay for your drinks anymore, sold.
That's amazing.
I mean, I would die of fucking alcohol poisoning if that were the case.
Oh yeah,
I'd be
my
thrilled.
cirrhosis would, yeah.
You're done for. So the next day, Mike is basically there from the moment he wakes up until the moment he passes out and is thrown out on the street, right?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. And he's there drinking all day. And these 5 dudes are like, I mean, we're probably pretty set because he's going to die of alcohol poisoning by the end of the night.
Yeah, and then
with his
how do
drinking
you,
habits.
like, you can't prove that we purposely did this, so we're going to get the
Yeah.
insurance. Like,
Yeah,
that's a
exactly.
great plan. I need to find, hey, do you want to go get drinks sometime?
No, I am good. I'm
Aw.
good forever now. No thanks. So, yeah, he's drinking there literally all day. And he's not really getting, like, sick. He's just super, super drunk. And it's getting later. They realize, like, there's kind of no end in sight. Like, he's just going to keep going if they let him. So Tony thinks to himself, I know what might kind of expedite this process a little bit. So Tony goes into the back and he gets a bottle of antifreeze.
Okay, that's unsportsmanship.
Yeah, very unsportsmanlike. So he gets a bottle of antifreeze, and because Mike is so drunk at this point, Tony's able to just say, "Oh, let me top it off for you," and just pours a little shot of antifreeze into Mike's drinks.
Are you going to go into why they did this?
I mean...
Or is it just insurance money?
It's really just insurance money, and he was a drunk that Tony knew.
Was he an asshole? Like...
Was Tony?
No,
or
Mike.
Was Mike?
Yeah.
No, he's the town drunk. He doesn't really like cause a lot of problems from what I've seen. It's just these guys realize, and they know a corrupt insurance agent, that they go, well, we can make money off of this guy and nobody's going to ask questions.
Scummy, I meant.
It was the 1930s.
That's scummy as fuck.
People did this shit regularly. They were all terrible people.
Everybody in the 1930s was terrible. You hear that, yeah. Adolf Hitler?
Yeah. They're all fucking awful. So, I mean, they're the generation before boomers, which means they're even fucking worse. So, like I said, he's topping off these drinks with antifreeze, right? Now, the thing about antifreeze is, and I'm sure a few of you might know this if you're medical professionals. Oh, yeah, delicious. However, ethanol is used as a blocking agent in the liver, and it will actually stop your liver from absorbing ethylene glycol. So it's effectively an antidote for antifreeze. So if you decide to drink a bottle of antifreeze, just drink a couple bottles of liquor and you'll be fine. No, but
yeah, you'll be totally fine.
Yeah.
This is not medical advice.
Yeah, totally. None. Check out our sloppy seconds. I've got a bunch of good advice for you. So yeah, it will effectively like slow down the process or stop the process of antifreeze completely killing you. Just because the alcohol it blocks it. Now, in the 1930s, they didn't realize this. And so they're giving him antifreeze, but nothing's happening because he's not getting poisoned because the alcohol in his system is just
blocking it.
I mean, his
that's got to
liver
be frustrating.
His liver is essentially a fifth of vodka.
Yeah, there is no liver. There is only vodka.
Yeah. This thing is just dripping with liquor at this point. And so a little bit goes by. They're like, why hasn't he died like my neighbor's dog would whenever I would give it antifreeze? So
right.
They switch to turpentine.
Oh, shit.
If you don't know what turpentine is, turpentine, whatever, however you want to refer it, it's paint thinner. Not so good for your insides. And if you ingest it, it can cause like burning sensations, abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting, confusions, convulsions,
full-on seizures,
fucking heart attacks. You can, because of the fumes, you can have respiratory failure and death as well. And let's see, where is it? I forgot to put it down, but in some cases, oh no, this is totally different. Never mind. So they're giving him paint thinner shots. And Mike's just rolling with the punches, man.
Like, oh, hell yeah.
If I've ever had someone that I look up to that's just really coming out on top, it's Michael Malloy. This guy is he's my new hero. So once they realize the turpentine isn't working, they switch to what's called horse liniment.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, so horse liniment is basically like the 1930s version of Icy Hot. So it's pretty much like a topical use only. It's liquid based, so it has like more great things to put into your system. It's got alcohol. A lot of them had acetone. And they would mix it with other substances like menthol, methanol, different things like that. I mean, the idea was it would be with substances that evaporate really quickly. Just because you put it on, it would dry off, and it would kind of like heat your muscles. But they stopped use in humans because, and the reason they called it horse liniment is because they would only use it on horses, because if you used it on humans, it would like quick absorb into your bloodstream if you put it on your skin. Not the same with horses, but if you're putting it on your skin too often, like it's in your bloodstream. And I don't know if you know how great acetone is in your bloodstream.
Oh, it's fantastic.
But not so good for you. And so Mike's just like, at this point, I don't even know how many shots this guy's taking, but I'd assume that he's just got like a big glass in front of him that was initially filled up with like whiskey. And then now all of the whiskey is basically gone, and it's completely replaced with like icy hot and paint thinner and fucking antifreeze.
And just everything, mix it up. Now that's a cocktail.
Yeah. Now, that still isn't working. So to top off this wonderful cocktail, they start mixing in rat poison.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it's just astounding to me how this dude is still going. Like, I think it's just because I'm assuming he was like the heaviest drinker and that his body had gone through some serious shit before, because there's no way somebody survives this shit.
Yeah, no, like he should have been
for
dead
this long.
with like the second thing. With the first thing.
Yeah, with the paint thinner. I mean, if he hadn't drank as much alcohol, I think the antifreeze probably would have killed him. So the rat poison doesn't work. So they start adding in pure methanol, my bad.
The rat poison didn't work.
Yeah, the rat poison didn't work.
Jesus.
So, pure menthol, my bad. So that's counteracted by the amount of alcohol in his system again. And this dude, Francis, one of the four, Francis says, hey, I've been at a bar before where this guy was eating oysters soaked in whiskey, and he actually died. And so they're like, okay, like, maybe we'll give this a shot. I don't know anything about oysters soaked in whiskey.
I've never even heard of that.
It sounds intriguing because, like, whiskey dick combined with an aphrodisiac. I'd be intrigued to see. Yeah, your body just shuts itself down because of it. It's like, no, I'm not gonna be horny and not be able to do anything about it. Done.
I'm gonna be slightly horny and slightly hard.
Yeah, right. So Francis says, why don't we soak oysters in pure methanol? Now,
God damn, they are determined, and so is he.
Yeah. Now, methanol, if you take as little as 10 milliliters, that's like a third of a shot, right? Pure methanol can cause permanent blindness because it destructs the optic nerve. So, I mean...
They can cause a lot of nervous issues.
And I promise that they're not just putting in a third of a shot. Like, they're going to add 2 or 3, maybe 4 shots of this into the glass. Yeah, fuck it. Might as well. If Mike's going to drink it, we might as well give it to him. So... the effects of methanol can be like one of the big reasons it will kill you is because it attacks your central nervous system. And it also will act as a central nervous system depressant. So you just won't, you'll stop feeling things, which sounds nice, but not when it's connected to your nervous system.
Yeah. You kind of need that.
Yeah. So he's still feeling things emotionally, not so much because of how drunk he is, but physically, he won't be able to feel much. Now, this goes on for a little while longer. They switch to feeding him sardines that are mixed with poison and carpet tacks.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
dude, these guys need to be patient.
But the thing is, imagine giving this guy basically 6 different poisons and nothing's happened. You're like, okay, what the fuck do we even do? And someone goes, I don't know, let's feed him carpet tacks for fuck's sakes. I don't know.
They could have potentially during that time period gotten away with just filling the glass with like some methanol or ethanol and saying, we thought it was alcohol. Or he did it to himself, but you can't. You know, somebody's going to cut open that stomach and see carpet tacks and they're like, okay, somebody did this to him. Like they're totally getting their plausible deniability all mixed up.
Mind you, at the same time, it is the 1930s. So I'm sure that if they did an autopsy and someone was like, oh, that fucking drunk from down the street, yeah, I saw him eating carpet tacks outside the bar.
Yeah, I guess.
And they'd be like, yeah, well, good old Michael, just up to no good as usual. Chalk it up as an accidental death. So it's January, right? And apparently carpet tacks aren't enough to kill Michael Malloy.
This dude is a badass.
Yeah, dude. Like the ultimate badass. Now, they take Iron Mike, which is what people started calling him after this. They take Iron Mike and they say, okay, if we can't kill him by putting stuff in him, maybe we can freeze him out. So he passes out, not from death, surprisingly enough, and they take him out into the cold. And they pour 5 gallons of ice water onto Mike's chest.
It probably just, sobered him up.
I know, right? They leave him in the snow overnight, and they're like, okay, whatever. We're good. He's gonna die. The next day, open bar, Mike comes strolling on in.
Fuck.
And they're just
he can walk?
What the fuck? What the hell is this? So the next night, kind of they don't go through all the same thing. They're just like, what the fuck? What do we do? So they decide to run him over with a Hershey's car, and they break a bunch of his bones, and it ends up putting him in the hospital for 3 weeks.
Jesus.
Mike didn't die.
What the
For
fuck?
3 weeks, he's in the hospital. I'm assuming that they took him into the hospital and they didn't do anything about the fucking carpet tacks in his stomach. I don't know. But they find out, so they think that he's died, right? They're like, we hit him with the car.
It's been weeks.
He's definitely dead. It's been weeks. We haven't heard anything.
Would you still get the payout if you...
They go into the insurance agency, and the insurance agent says, I can't cash this out because Mike is still alive.
There's no death certificate.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And these guys are just they're just in awe. They don't know what the fuck to do. Is this dude drunk
Superman?
Yeah, really, though. He's not faster than a speeding bullet, but it sure as shit won't penetrate him. Christ. So, Mike gets out of the hospital, and they go up to his room one day. They get a hose, and they put it down his throat, because he's passed out drunk, of course.
Gets out of the hospital.
He's probably, honestly,
after
he's
the
probably
worst
drinking
3-week
away
hangover.
all... Well, yeah, 3-week hangover.
And then he starts drinking again.
And he started drinking again because he's like, damn, I'm in a lot of fucking pain. Well, of course.
Jesus.
So they put a hose down his throat, and they pipe in gas for an hour into his
gasoline?
Lungs. No. They basically hook it up to a coal stove, more or less.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. Or a coal gas stove. I don't remember. But, yeah, they're pumping this shit into Mike's drunken lungs for 1 hour. And Mike dies of pneumonia. Yep.
Are you serious?
It turns out that Iron Mike had an iron stomach, but he didn't have an iron lung.
Like that's just blatant murder. How did they get away with the insurance from that?
They reach out to a doctor. The doctor pronounces him dead. Just says, "Yep, the guy's dead. Whatever." And they bury him. They go on their merry way. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, because Tony owned a speakeasy and was kind of well known in the area and knew a lot of the other bartenders, everyone was like, "Yo, we've heard the story about Iron Mike." So, like, the stories are kind of getting around town. Everybody's like, "Oh, yeah, like, this guy drank all these things. He had carpet tacks in his system, and he did okay." And the police hear about it. And the police are like, this doesn't sound right. Why would he have those things in his system?
Oh, shit. People started talking, those fucking narcs.
Yeah. So the police end up digging up Mike's body. They do an autopsy. And they find basically like confirmation of him getting gas pumped into his lungs. And they find these carpet tacks, and they find, like, I'd assume just the worst fucking liver in the world.
So at this point, the cops are like, there might be something wrong with this.
Yeah, something's up.
Something might not be right.
So the cops look into who cashed out the insurance policy and who the doctor was that pronounced him dead. So they find out that the doctor just falsified his death certificate on, like, cause of death, right? And the doctor gets arrested and he has a $10,000 bail. They end up finding all 5 men. They arrest all of them, and 4 of the 5 are sentenced to death. Like, they get the death penalty.
Holy shit.
They're done for, yeah. The guy
I bet the 5th one ratted on him.
Yeah, more than likely. The guy that didn't get the death penalty was Hershey, which is the guy that ran Mike over with his fucking car.
Jesus.
So, definitely Hershey ratted him out.
Yeah,
but,
straight up.
But yeah, that is the story of Mike, the man who wouldn't die, Iron Mike Malloy.
Damn. What a badass.
Mind-blowing what this guy goes through.
Next season, instead of interesting and unusual deaths, we should do interesting and unusual deaths that never happen. And just find, like, miraculous survival stories.
I initially had this one saved as interesting and unusual survival. Just 'cause I was like, fuck, this guy is just, he's going through the ringer. So, yeah.
No, that's amazing.
Just the tenacity of Mike's stomach cannot be beat.
No, that's I'm jealous, honestly.
Really, though?
I wish I could do that.
I wish I could, but I'm also glad that I can't, because I would continue doing it.
I'm glad I've never tried.
Yeah, and don't.
But we should go out drinking sometime.
I'm good. I'm good for the next, like, 2 days until you forget what this episode was entirely about.
And then, I just got to go to AutoZone real quick and pick up a couple of things, but and Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, God, really though. No. You need carpet tacks, not quilting tacks.
No, I was gonna get the turpentine from there.
Oh yeah,
I've got carpet tacks. I just tore out some carpet.
Fuck Hobby Lobby, by the way.
Oh yeah, fuck them. With all that fucking
the Christian
artifacts,
what was it?
Fucking bullshit.
Well, so there's that, and they also released this whole thing about how, like, the nation was fucked because Christians weren't in charge.
Okay.
That was a recent newspaper ad.
Oh my god, they're as bad as Chick-fil-A.
So
they're worse than Chick-fil-A.
Go to Joann's or Michael's instead.
Yeah. Amazon. No, don't.
Way better.
You can actually
do
Michael's and Joann's. online.
See, there you go. Way better than Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, fuck them.
Oh, God.
Well, way to make this a downer ending.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the show is all about, right?
Oh, yeah.
Ruining people's days, left and right.
Yep. So I've got
goodness.
the patrons up if you'd like me to do that.
Yeah, go for it. Do your thing.
All right, so thank you so much for following and supporting us, especially our Patreon subscribers here. If you're not a Patreon subscriber, or if you're just not subscribed to us, just go ahead and click that little subscription. Boom. It'll tell you when we put out episodes, which is every Monday.
Yeah.
So, we've got Casey McFacey, Haley, Dark Runner, Toddle Waddle, Nordic Thunder, D's Nuts, and
me.
NSA Isn't Real. Thank you so much.
Did NSA Isn't Real steal that from our fucking...
Yes.
Our storefront?
So, Josh...
How dare you, Josh?
I'm going to sue you for copyright infringement. And, thanks, Josh, for finally fucking subscribing.
Finally doing it.
Asshole. And if there's anybody else named Josh out there, I'm also talking to you, so you should probably go subscribe.
You dick. Subscribe, other Joshes.
But, yeah, I actually just barely before recording this put out a Sloppy Seconds for NSA Isn't Real, specifically. Of course, anybody else can listen to it. But, yeah, we have a little sideshow, little mini-series. We put them out every couple of weeks. We'll put one or two out. Just us kind of bullshitting, you know?
Just kind of talking about non-history things, just chatting it up.
Sometimes history things.
Sometimes history
But more like
things,
history things after dark.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. History things
like
after dark.
Ilsa She-Wolf, which everybody should watch.
Yeah, it's good. Check it out. Subscribe.
Patreon.com/PointsOPressure. Instagram and Twitter @PointsOPressure.
Always reach out.
Yeah, please.
Give us those suggestions, show ideas, feedback, whatever you gotta do.
Cool historical figures.
Yeah. Though we may not look like we're active, we will always read your messages. So.
Yes, always.
Send them. All right, but yeah, we'll catch you fuckers next Monday. Thanks for tuning in.
We'll see ya.